Jr. was killed by a white police officer named Matt Kenny. Now, according to reports, this fateful encounter occurred after Officer Kenny, while responding to a possible assault call, chased Robinson to an apartment where the officer shot the teen after he was struck in the head. Earlier today, Madison Police Chief Mike Koval apologized for the shooting in a blog post where he wrote, quote, "Reconciliation cannot begin without my stating, I am sorry, and I don't think I can say this enough. I'm sorry." And tonight we're learning that the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division is in fact monitoring the events in Madison. Here with reaction is Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke is with us. Sheriff, good to see you. It was great to see you at CPAC. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Sean. It's my pleasure.
You know, this comes on the heels after the Department of Justice said hands up, don't shoot never occurred in Ferguson. But the president, Al Sharpton, Eric Holder rushed to judgment. I don't know what happened in this case. The facts aren't in yet. Maybe can they learn from their mistake in Ferguson and not rush to judgment here?
No, because there's an ulterior motive. I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry that Officer Kenny hasn't been given a chance for this investigation to play itself out. It's still early in this investigation, Sean. I'm a veteran homicide detective. I'm also a veteran of police officer-related shootings. I know how these things work. You know, each time one of these happens, and they're all different, you know, we ask people not to rush to judgment, but these people that come in with their hidden agenda are going to rush to that judgment anyway. That's how these false narratives like hands up, don't shoot begin. So when all is said and done, what I want to happen to Officer Matt Kenny is I want him to be judged by the rule of law under the reasonable officer standard. And that standard is very clear. Not the standard of some armchair quarterback, not the standard of some anarchist, not the standard of some race-baiting individual who has no use for the police. And then once that happens, we'll see what went on here. I don't know why Officer Kenny fired shots.
With Trayvon, we had an eyewitness that said ground and pound, but yet the president rushed to judgment. Others rushed to judgment. In Ferguson, eyewitnesses and forensics proved that, in fact, what the officer claimed was true. But yet all of that happened, and people rushed to judgment. Why can't we just stand back and do what you're saying? He should get the assumption of innocence, and an investigation goes forward. Why don't we ever do that?
Well, Sean, you know, you can expect some of this from, you know, the general people in the public, the professional protesters, the full protesters, and that's what you're seeing in Madison right now, because they don't even know what happened, just like you and I don't know what happened. And we're going to keep our powder dry until we do. But when some very important people who have a big platform, like the President of the United States, like Eric Holder, when they speak, and they speak early on in the investigation, that's when this stuff spirals out of control, and it creates a pathway for this anti-cop rhetoric.
Yeah. All right, Sheriff, good to see you. Let's hope they don't make the same mistake twice. A lot of consequences as a result of doing it in the past. Sheriff, great to see you. Thank you. When we come back, we need your help. I think you're going to like this.